Alright. So, I'm so familiar with what I was going to talk. I kind of want to talk about Yakuza, like just the Yakuza series as a whole, and yeah, I'm just gonna talk about Yakuza for a bit. Should I render it? Okay. So first off, let me discuss that ever since I made like the one video that was like my Yakuza tier list at the time, I've finished all the mainline games besides Infinite Wealth right here. I still have to finish that. And I also finished some of the screen, some of the spin-offs. Well, I haven't finished much since then. Like, the only spin-off I've finished is Ishin. Yeah, that's about it. I started Judgment, but I literally cannot finish it because of active searches. So, isn't that fun? Anyways, I kind of just wanted to talk for a bit because I haven't made a genuine like video without editing, without nothing, for quite a long time, really. Like, I'm really just fucking. Alright, let me just. First, let me pick a character. Let me get Namba in there. Let's get the whole, like, the gang. Anyways, I'm just gonna start talking about Yakuza. So back to what I was saying. I finished all the mainline titles besides Infinite Wealth. I finished Ishin, and I started Judgment, but I can't finish it because of a bug that causes me not to get past active searches and shit. So, yeah. Now, when it comes to Yakuza, what can I talk about? Okay, for one, let me talk about my opinions on the games instead of like instead of being like all like, how do I word this? Like, instead of just like not choosing not to talk about my fucking opinions for some reason in the video about Yakuza, I'm gonna talk about my appearance in the games. All right, for starters, I'm gonna do it in a chronological order. So let's start with Ishin. Ishin, first off, loved its story. Like a Dragon Ishin's story, it's one of my top stories in Yakuza in general. Not just Yakuza spin-offs, not just among the samurai games, because I haven't played Kenzan much, and the little I have played, I understood like one or two lines of dialogue, one or two plot points. I didn't even know that one of the characters was like trying to fucking buy Haruka. That's how little I understood the plot because of my extreme lack of Japanese knowledge. Despite the fact that I know some, I'm not knowledgeable enough to the point where like I know anything about Gion Toji, because that's who I was talking about. Okay, spot in here. Yeah, so back to Ishin. Yeah, story was amazing. At first, I really disliked Ryoma and his motivations because he was just kind of a stubborn asshole, but thinking about Kiryu, he is kind of the same thing at the end of the day. And I like Kiryu. So my hatred for Ryoma was very quickly, like, disapproved. You get me? Like, not really disapproved, but my feelings towards not Ichiban, fuck, Ishin, it's all this man's fault. My opinion towards Ishin's story, yeah, I liked it, and I liked the character of Ryoma. I liked his relationship with not Yuki, the character that Yuki. Oh, wrong outfit. Fucking dumbass. Hold on. Anyways, I liked the character of Oreo. I liked how it was like not Kiryu's, fucking Ryoma's love interest, and it was ultimately just kind of sweet at the end of the day. Because, well, when's the last time you actually got to see like Kiryu be in love with somebody, like genuinely in love? Like Yakuza 2, right? So this game coming out 8 years after Yakuza 2, it kind of gives this game a sort of warm feeling, because like I don't know, bro. I just want to see Kiryu happy, man. And even if it's not the actual Kiryu, even though by now he's like long dead, like actually dead, unlike the actual Kiryu, even though he's like old, even though like it's not like actually Kiryu, it's a real person. Well, it is a real person. What the hell else was he gonna be? Yeah, I kind of don't have any other opinions towards Ishin. But okay, let me actually get into the combat, because I don't like the combat. And it's nothing specifically against Like a Dragon Ishin's combat. It's just that era of Yakuza that just had a very specific type of combat. Like Ishin until Kiwami, I don't like that era of Yakuza combat. It just didn't feel fun, in my opinion. And like, while a lot of people will disagree, like, personally, that's just me. Like, a lot of people would disagree with that, and that's perfectly normal. I get it. Ishin, most people agree with that, actually, that Ishin is kind of ass when it comes to gameplay. But the story, I don't see many people liking that either. So it's kind of like pick your poison, really. But honestly, out of all the games that I just listed, like alongside Ishin is probably the worst when it comes to the gameplay, because Ishin gameplay is like, it's not fun. Like, how do I put this? It's not even just because. And keep in mind, this is the only Yakuza game I deliberately played on easy mode. The leveling system is the worst I have ever seen in any Yakuza game. Like, listen, on paper, it should be the exact same as Zero and Kiwami, but no, that's not what I meant. Not the leveling system. No, I meant the fucking weapons. The weapons in the early game do so little damage, you think you're fucking fighting the final boss level of fucking strength by, like, the first Okada, first fucking Izo fight. Like, I absolutely hated that. Now, do I have a problem with these characters in general? Do I really have a problem with the game's general framework? Like, when it comes to the actual fundamentals of the game, I don't really have that big of a problem with that. It's just how they balance the game that pisses me off. Like, yeah, you could say it's done to make it more like accessible to different people, but Yakuza is supposed to be not like the Yakuza is never really the toughest game series, and like Ishin, it's not extra hard. It's just really poorly balanced. Like when it comes to damage output, damage input, that just sucks in general. So, anyways, yeah, let me move on from Ishin because let me get my overall point across first. The gameplay is ass. It's ass, booty fort, butt cheeks. There's many words I can use for my opinion on Yakuza gameplay. Not Yakuza in general, but Like a Dragon Ishin gameplay. But anyways, let me move on. Way back in the future, like about 100, like 120 years in the future, we're gonna go to Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0, I feel like it's the same deal with 0. Story, I loved it. Not so much for Kiryu's side of the story, but Majima, I think he's at his best there. Like, I genuinely love 0 Majima. He's the only Majima I actually like. I'm gonna be completely real. I don't like Kiwami Majima onwards, and like 5 Majima onwards is like just an irrelevant side character who doesn't do anything. I mean, at the end of the day, he was only sort of relevant in Yakuza 2 and 4. Because in 1 and 3, he kind of just existed, even if he helped Daigo, like, sort of, like, rebuild the Tojo or whatever. Even with that, I feel like he doesn't get enough screen time to warrant the fact that he should be like somewhat of an interesting character. Because at the end of the day, I don't really like his sort of entire point, really. So yeah, 0 Majima, once again, great character. And if I'm going to talk about other characters, I should definitely talk about 0 Kiryu. Ooh, boy. I don't know really what to say about 0 Kiryu. Let me get rid of this thing. Like, I don't hate Yakuza 0 Kiryu. I don't think anyone normal does. Because, okay, anyone normal does. Okay, what the hell am I talking about? I don't hate 0 Kiryu. I just don't really like him either. He's my least favorite interpretation of Kiryu, and I like this version, which just tells you how much of a good character Kiryu is. Like, you might be dumb, but at least he's cool. And when it comes to, and honestly, as cool as he is in this game, he could have been way, way cooler. And it's not like I hate this version of Kiryu. And it's not like I even dislike it or like find it mediocre. I like this version. It's just not nowhere near my favorite. It's just my least favorite version of Kiryu. Like, he has the grit. He has some of his wits. Like, he doesn't act much different from before, but he didn't act much different after this. But like, not Ichiban, I'm getting mixed up. Kiryu, like, I feel like his development in 0 kind of warrants that game. like, kind of warrants his existence. Like, Zero Kiryu, if he did not develop as much as he did, and even then his character development is kind of like, yeah, we knew where this was going, but still, at the end of Zero, there was a scene where Kiryu was putting on his gray suit, red shirt like combo that he's known for, and that scene is one of my favorites in that game because besides the one where Makoto places her flowers on Tachibana. Speaking of Tachibana, I'm not really sure what to say about him specifically. Okay, back to what I was saying. I'm not sure what to think about Tachibana. Like, I didn't hate him, and hell, I liked his character, but I'm gonna be real. I don't remember much about him, and that goes for a lot of characters too. Like, I know Tachibana was killed on the 4th Kuze fight. Oh boy, why are there 4 fights? But yeah, on either the 3rd or the 4th Kuze fight, the one where like the unfunny Reddit meme that the Yakuza status memes use, the one where Kiryu goes Kuze, ah! And then just like punches Kuze in like the fucking face. That meme, that scene is when he dies, and like, I also know that he has one arm. He's half Chinese. Oda was also half Chinese. I think they were actually full Chinese and just immigrated, and their parents immigrated into Japan. But I might be wrong, because it's been a very long while since I played Yakuza 0, and I don't intend on replaying it. If I want to re-experience its story, I'll probably just watch a YouTube video, a fucking video essay on it, instead of actually playing it myself and getting the experience that I need. But, yeah. Let me get to other characters. Like, Sagawa is also one of my favorites in that game. He's pretty cool. Like, I feel like I don't really get why some people don't really like him. Like, yeah, you can dislike characters, but I don't really see it with Sagawa. And there's not a lot of reasons, but there's not a lot of reasons that I really like Sagawa. He's just kind of a chill guy in like the weird way, and like I just like his character. He just seems cool. Even though I played the whole game, he just seems cool to me. Like he gives off nice energy. And I was talking about Kuze earlier when I was talking about Tachibana. Yeah, Kuze. I like him as a character. He kind of represents Kiryu's growth in a weird, twisted way, and I like that. I like that about him. And this goes for a lot of other characters too. Like, there's a lot of characters that kind of represent Kiryu's growth, and like, I don't know how to really phrase it. It's just like, there's a lot of characters in this game that, like, you'll see them in this game, and then when you see them in future titles like Kiwami 1 or 2, like, and you play this game before that, like, you'll have the feeling, you'll have that, like, very deeply nostalgic feeling about these characters. Like, seeing them grow throughout the series, and seeing some of them, like, pass away, die, and shit, like, it really hits home. if you play Zero, which is my number one regret of playing that game first, the only regret I have of playing that game last, actually, before Gaiden Infinite Wealth came out, like, yeah. But it just feels nice seeing, like, it would have been so awesome if I played Zero first and I saw Kiryu grow up over the years and, like, see how he changed and see what kept, like continuously, like, stayed a part of his character. But honestly, at the same time, I'm glad I played it in the order I did. I got to see Kiryu not only at the point of not only to the point that he had to hide the fact that he even existed in the world, to going back to where it all began. It just felt right, you know. Even though I could have started Zero after 5, and I would have, and I was about to, but in April of last year, I lost my Game Pass, so I could not finish Yakuza 0 in time. It was like a 40-hour game, bro. Nobody was finishing that in like a week, and I played the games for like 1 or 2 hours a day. So yeah, I didn't have much else to really play. I don't really have much else to play on Game Pass because I didn't know any other games besides Yakuza that I was interested in. Anyways, I'm gonna start talking about other games now, because aside from me listing a lot of characters, oh, I forgot about Shibusawa and Oda. First, let me talk about Shibusawa. He's a nerd. I don't like him. That's why. And he's not the good type of nerd. He's like the fucking, actually, you're wrong, and I have the reasons why. And, like, fucking brings up the most fucking contrived argument to try and make him sound correct, when in reality he just sounds fucking stupid. That is why I don't like, that's why I don't like, Shibusawa. He just feels like a loser. And Oda, if you haven't played the game and you don't know why I dislike him, well, one of my reasons is very petty. The other reason is because he's like a human trafficker. So yeah, human trafficking, guys. I don't think you should do that. And it's lame when you do that, actually, I think. So, you guys should not do that. What the hell am I even saying? Anyways, human trafficking sucks, and Oda sucks too. Next. Okay, let me move on to a different game now. First, let me go back to Yakuza. Now, from here on out, it's gonna be mostly like main, like in release order at this point, because besides release order, there's an, oh my god, it's gone. It's gone. Anyways, what the fuck? I can't even leave the... What the hell? I'm experiencing some technical difficulties right now. But, yeah. From about here on out, I will be talking about the games in release order because that's how it is. There's not really much I can say besides... Wait. Okay, there it is. Anyways, there's not much I can really say besides, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this in release order. So, to start off, Yakuza 1. because all these games are chronological. I forgot about the Majima. Anyways, yeah, the Majima Saga is in Kiwami 2, which is right after this. And then there's Gaiden, which happens before 7, but still, at the end of the day, I'm still talking in release order. Anyways, back to Yakuza 1. This is not the shader I should be using. Okay, so back to Yakuza 1. This was my first Yakuza game, and the reason I got into this series was because of the fucking credits theme. And, like, I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that it was, like, a Christmas song until, like, way, way later. Like, when I started searching up the song, I didn't remember the name. I didn't even realize that it was a Christmas song to begin with at all. And I don't know how this never crossed my mind. Not even once. Like, it's so perplexing, because, like, it's kind of weird that, like, it's so... Like, how would I not understand something like that? Like, I'm literally Christian and I don't know Amazing Grace. It's like it's like one of the most well-known fucking Christian songs ever. Like, obviously there's different, more well-known Christian music before this and after this. Like, yeah, of course, like, there's Jingle Bell. But still, if I don't know this, I don't know what the hell I was doing. Anyways... Yeah, it's gonna be a shithole fucking open. Anyways, when it comes to Yakuza 1, it really depends, because I don't really know what I think of Yakuza 1. Okay, let me just switch tabs at this point. That's what I'm doing. So, like, I have... Anyways. Okay, I have to go pee. So, back to what I was talking about, Yakuza 1. Yeah, I got into this for a really dumb-ass reason. And... I don't really understand why I didn't just, like... Oh, it's right there. It was right there the entire time? Oh boy. I am clueless. Anyways. Okay, how do I get in here again? Okay, ignore my fucking, technical excellence. Okay, let me shut the fuck up. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Like, Yakuza 1, like, it's like every now and then, I'm not even sure what I think about it. Huh. It's really that easy, huh? Anyways, yeah, Yakuza 1... Like, Yakuza 1 story is probably one of my favorites, like, in general, in the series. Once again, it's one of my favorites, like Ishin. But the thing is with this, is that I don't really like Yakuza 1's gameplay. Because I didn't play Kiwami first. Yeah, like a normal person would. No. I played PS2. I played the PlayStation 2 games, and I still haven't beaten the Kiwamis. And I did this because I thought, like, so one, I don't know, I just felt like playing the PS2 games. 2, it was easier to run. And 3, well, it would have been well, cooler to start with the PS2 games, I guess. I don't know what my thought process was while doing this, but I just remember that Anyways, I just remember that Yakuza 1, at first, I loved it. Like, it was genuinely, in my opinion, I loved it so much. It was, I honestly thought it would never get better than this. Oh boy, was I wrong. But what I wasn't wrong about was the fact that, well, it was at least somewhat enjoyable. Like, I joke about the fact that I hate Yakuza 1, like, ridiculously, but at the end of the day, it's not really all that bad. Like, yeah, Yakuza 1 isn't the greatest game ever, but who cares, honestly? Yakuza... There's much worse games that have released in the past. Like, for example, there's much worse games that have released in the future. Like, ones that genuinely, like, the main point of the game's, like, story. The story in Yakuza is, like, really important. So, this game doesn't disappoint in that regard. What it does disappoint, though, is, okay, so I'm not sure exactly how to describe this. Where it does disappoint... how could I not describe gameplay? Yeah, where it disappoints for me, specifically, is its gameplay, and that's it. And it's not like I hate it because, oh, it's not detailed, it's not polished, guys. A PS2 game from 2005 for people who don't know how to make fucking beat-em-ups is unpolished, guys. Oh, door. Anyways, yeah. That doesn't completely invalidate any criticism that comes from saying that Yakuza... I'm not going to invalidate people's criticisms of this game because I personally like it. I'm just not going to agree with you. Honestly, I don't agree with the notion that the Kiwamis are better to play. What the hell am I saying? Anyways, what was I on about? Yeah, I'm actually clueless. I'm a lost cause. Anyways, can I get away with just sliding with 1 point? Could I do it? I believe so. Anyways, yeah. Enough of the nerd speak. Back to talking about Yakuza. What, people care about, if you're watching this video and you clicked on it and you wanted to hear me yap about a game series that I'm only still invested in because I make fan art of it almost daily. Yeah, if you didn't know that, I'm gonna plug my Twitter. I used to use @P3 Resurgence daily, but now that thing's dead. Dead as hell. Just don't follow it if you're a new follower. If you want to, like, follow my Twitter account, follow my art account, because, one, I post actually decent content there, and two, it gets more engagement, so, I'm more inclined to use that than using fucking... Oh, are you kidding me? You're telling me I really just got rid of my main sunlight. Anyways, yeah, I don't really like Yakuza 1's combat. Let me just get back to where I was at, because I lost track because I was yapping about fucking Twitter. Anyways, yeah, back to Yakuza. Did this work? Yep. Okay, now for real, back to Yakuza. There's not much reasons I hate. There's not much reasons that I have to really play. There's like not much reasons I have to play Yakuza 1 over Kiwami, because, well, Yakuza Kiwami 1 is a very weird, specific game that, like, I don't see mentioned at all anymore. Oh boy. One, I don't see a lot of... Okay, what the hell am I... Okay, I lost track again. Anyways, yeah. Yakuza 1, if you choose that game over, like, to play for your first try, like the PS2 game and not Kiwami, one, more power to you, but you could be playing other better titles that are more, like, good. There are better games than Yakuza 1 to start with. Like Zero, there's Yakuza Like a Dragon, there's Yakuza there's Judgment, hell. But like Yakuza 1, as much of a good starting point as it is, I would say that without you playing this first, this game kind of just feels like ass. Like, if you played Zero first and then went back to the PS2 original first, you made a very big mistake. You should have played Kiwami after Zero, not the original. But yeah, if you choose to play the PS2 version, just know that you will... What the fuck? Anyways. Okay, now that that mishap's out of the way, you should know that the PS2 version of Yakuza one is like... Okay, so let me just talk about this. Going from Yakuza 0 to Yakuza 1 is like going from Yakuza Kiwami 2 to Yakuza 3. But it's less severe. Like, if you go from Kiwami 1 to PS2 Yakuza 2, that's fine. But 0 to K1, to OG 1, not K1. So, yeah, why am I talking about this as a first standalone game? I don't know, but let me explain. So, if you start with PS2 Yakuza 1, that's perfectly fine. I managed to do it and have a blast with the series. I managed to see where all the games, like, went off. I managed to see how the combat evolved. Oh boy. I managed to see how the combat evolved over time, and I managed to see how the story just kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier each game. And while they didn't get, like, super duper, like, ridiculous and, like, so crazy that it was, like, borderline unrealistic, I still felt like they were doing the best that they... It still felt like they knew what they were doing. I don't know what's... This is causing, but... Hey. Anyways. Back to... Once again, back to Yakuza. I have to fucking keep sidetracked because I'm doing a Blender render and not recording this before I record the audio for this video. No. I'm doing this in term, like, while I'm doing this. Anyways, back to Yakuza One, I just want to make it known that I don't hate the game. Honestly, if I said I hated Yakuza 1, I would honestly be kind of lying. Because at the end of the day, Yakuza 1 still has my favorite story, even though some of the characters aren't my favorite. And even hell, I even dislike some of the characters a lot more than other games in the series, especially ones that come after. But yeah, besides that, I really, really like a lot of the characters in Yakuza 1. Like, for example, once again, Kiryu, his first introduction in the series. Like, Kiryu is low-key just an awesome character in general. And then there's Nishiki, which in Yakuza 1 is kind of a bland and generic villain that doesn't really do much. Besides, well, yeah, guys, he's the big bad. But, yeah. I love Reina. She's a nice character that was, like, too underutilized. There was a bunch of awesome-ass boss characters that first appeared in Yakuza 1. Like, for example, Hayashi. He's a goat. I don't think anyone has ever said they dislike Hayashi. And if you do dislike Hayashi, fuck you. You suck and you're a loser. And you probably got filtered by him. But if I had to pick another character, like, I really don't want to say this, but Arase, like, the nigga who shot up Reina. Listen, man, I don't like him or his boss. I don't like his boss fight. His fight is ass. Genuinely. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, yeah, I hated fighting Arase because he just felt like plain annoying. He just felt bad to play as. He just felt bad to fight because in Yakuza 1, oh boy, the gun fights, when you don't have that equipment that, like, gives you bulletproof vests, bro, I was not doing the side content at all until Gaiden. Literally, I didn't even touch the side content even at 7. And when I did, it was either to get like past something in business management. Like, I did one sub-story just to get a character in business management to make it, to trivialize the whole thing because I was watching a guide and shit. Or it was to grind. Genuinely. Now, I don't turn down the idea of playing a sub-story. Because, well, ever since Gaiden, I've found a new appreciation for them. Like, I still won't 100% the game first playthrough because I'm not ridiculously insane. But you will not catch me not doing a sub-story in Yakuza games anymore because, well, the sub-stories are just kind of intriguing and interesting. Like, I'll at least have one sub-story completed by the end of the game nowadays. Whereas, if you asked me if I would have done any sub-stories in Infinite Wealth, like, 10, 12 months ago, I would have said no. I would have said I would avoid that shit like the bubonic plague. But, hey, listen. I didn't do sub-stories. So, yeah, Arase sucks. Long as you don't... In hell, my first experience with the game, I didn't even know how to fucking lock on. I didn't know about locking on because they didn't explicitly tell me in the fucking tutorial that you had to do. I mean, yeah, once they told me in Yakuza 2 and I went back to replay Yakuza 1, I already had that in mind. But not knowing that it like, yeah, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good. I didn't like not locking on. Anyways, yeah, let me get to the story. Once again, I said I liked a lot of the characters. There's not much characters I dislike. But, yeah. There are a few characters I don't really like. Like, for example, Kazama, or Fuma, as I used to know him until, what, 7? No. I got used to saying Fuma over Kazama. And then, like, I didn't recover until I played Yakuza 0. And he was not even in 0. So, I don't know why it took me until then to recover. But I'm not proud of that. It's just ridiculous that it took me so long to recover that from saying Fuma instead of Kazama. And I used to call Kazuma. I used to call Kiryu by Kazuma. I wouldn't say Kiryu. No, I would say Kazuma. Oh, it's the Reddit meme guy who liked my post. Yeah, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I used to call Kiryu Kazuma, Fuma. Who else? I used to call Nishikiyama just Nishiki. And I still do that, by the way. I still call him Nishiki because, 1, it's faster. 2, it sounds better to my ears. And those are the only reasons. Yeah, I don't have any other better reasons. But, yeah. And 3, there is no third reason. There isn't a third character. I don't remember another character that was renamed. There's Futoshi Shimano instead of Futoshi Shimano. There's Mako Date instead of Makoto Date. There was what was his name? No, I think that was all of them. Oh wait, I forgot about Kage. Yeah, I still call him Kage to this day. And, like, he hasn't even been in the game since 5. And if you want to be, like, ultra technical, Kiwami 2. Like, Kiwami 2 is a remake of a 2006 game where he was in it. Like, I don't think that there would have been a Kiwami. What the hell am I talking about? Anyways, let me try to make sense of what I just said. I don't think Kage would have been in any other game if the Kiwamis didn't exist. There would be no Dragon Engine Kage. I don't even think there would be no old engine. There would be. There's Yakuza 5. He's in that game. But he's not in any of the other games. So, okay, my shit's... Nobody's gonna notice that. Anyways. Yeah, back to what I was about to say. There's a weird sound in the background, but, oh, never mind, it's the TV. Regarding, Yakuza 1. Yeah, I don't have much to say besides what I've already said. I like its characters, I like its cast. there were characters I didn't really like. There's a lot of characters I called by the dub renames because I've played every game that allows it in the English dub. I choose that because I love the Yakuza English dubs, and I always play in the English dubs. It's my preferred choice for any Japanese media. Even though I want to learn the language, I'm still playing the games in these English dubs. And playing Yakuza 1 for the first time with the English dub was not my smartest choice. But I'm not going to lie. I feel like I like the dub for Yakuza 1 more than the original audio. And it's not out of a genuine appreciation for the arts, for the actual dub, because it's trash. Everyone knows that. Yakuza 1's dub is famous for being bad, and it's not used as a method to make fun of Yakuza anymore. Like, it's just known that you should not play Yakuza with the dub. But I do it. I do it because that's my preferred way of playing Yakuza. I don't like the subs. And listen, I don't hate the subtitle. I don't hate playing the games with Japanese audio. In fact, I can stomach Gaiden, Infinite Wealth, all of these games, because at the end of the day, well, what do I even say about them? What do I say? At the end of the day, one, they're video games. Two, like, it's Yakuza, so I'm gonna enjoy it regardless. And three, I should just move on because I literally lost track of what I was saying. Anyways, I keep losing track in this video. I'm so done. Let me talk about Yakuza 2. Yakuza 2. I used to think this game was fucking pinnacle. The pinnacle of Yakuza. You can even see that in my old tier list. That I loved Yakuza 2 ridiculously. It was my favorite Yakuza. And if Gaiden was bad or even okay, that would still be true. Thing is, it's not. Gaiden is not okay. It's phenomenal. Like a Dragon Gaiden surprised me. And now Yakuza 2 is just a really good game to me. It's nothing more, nothing less. I don't see Like a Dragon Gaiden as, well, anything but a great masterpiece. But I'll get to that game later, because I need to talk about another title. It doesn't make sense to do it in the opposite direction. Anyways, forget about my ramblings. Let me go back. Oh, how did I do that? Oh wait, there's a reason. Never mind. Yeah. Anyways. Clumsy ass. Yeah, so, yeah, Yakuza 2. Favorite game until Gaiden dropped. And I'm playing Infinite Wealth right now. It might even surpass Gaiden. But I also highly doubt it. Because while Gaiden, I feel like it could be a great, truly great game that cannot be surpassed. I feel like Infinite Wealth, it can be very great. It will be great when I finish it. I will love it. I know I will love it because I loved 7 and I loved Infinite Wealth from what I've played, which is like up until like chapter 6. even though I'm on like chapter 3 right now on my Xbox, I started it the day it released on Steam, and I quit because I could not bear the PC, like, not PC, I cannot bear my computer. Like, you can see how much my thing lags. Like, look at this. You see how slow this is? You see how slow this is? When I try to move my camera, I try to move my view, look at that. That's like 2 frames a second. Now just imagine that you're playing Like a Dragon 8. Yeah, anyways, back to what I was actually playing. Yakuza 2 is a game that is genuinely, like, I don't think I hated a single character besides the characters you were supposed to hate. Like, I really, really love Ryuji. I don't think anyone doesn't. Like, I haven't met a single person who dislikes Ryuji. He's just that much of a fan favorite character. And, like, yeah, of course there will be somebody who dislikes him, because there always is. There's always one person who just has to be different. But Yakuza 2 villains, specifically Ryuji and Sengoku, those are the goated. Those are the most goated characters. Because Ryuji, he's just a badass. Like, honestly, I feel like getting this dude in just because. I feel like putting this dude in the render just because. No, I'm not even gonna move him. I'm just gonna put him in the render. Hold on, let me get this man. Ryuji. Oh, I forgot about Kiryu. Anyways, we're doing a bit right now, so I don't really care about Kiryu. All right, let's just wait for Ryuji to pop in. Anyways, so I don't think I even want to texture you, Ryuji. You're just gonna be here because why not? Why not? Why not? In fact, you're gonna be there because I was talking about you. So, Ryuji. This man right here, let me get his textures. So it's, he's not just a purple silhouette. Hold on. Kiwami 2 char. Okay, let's not overwrite anything that's linked already, just in case. Alright, there we go. I'm not gonna texture his suits because I don't feel like it. And I don't even know if I have the textures for it anyway. But Ryuji here. Ryuji, I really, really like Ryuji. And not in any gay way. Like, first off, pause. I'm not, like, sexually attracted to Ryuji. But, like, you don't have to be sexually attracted to a character like that. Anyways, Ryuji as a villain is just such a badass. Like, I remember, it wasn't even that long ago since I was playing Yakuza 2. I'm not gonna give you shaders, by the way, Ryuji. You're just gonna be there. Anyways, Ryuji is just straight up an awesome character. There's nothing I dislike about him. I don't hate. I don't know anything. Any criticism that you could send towards Ryuji, you could say that he's like one-brained. He doesn't really do much. But who cares? He's awesome. Same with Hayashi. While he's still an irrelevant minor character that nobody cares about. Actually, nobody who is normal and plays the Kiwami games cares about. But yeah, Ryuji, Hayashi, Sengoku, goated characters. And while Hayashi is from Yakuza 1, nobody cared about him. Nobody actually likes Yakuza 1 Hayashi. I don't think so. I don't think there's a single person. I'm gonna make this dude do the fucking Daigo. Fucking hands secluded. This gonna look so awkward. Yeah. And also, there's new characters on the good side, of course. Daigo, Yayoi. She's not new, by the way. She's from Yakuza 1. Yayoi, I love her in more ways than one, by the way. Okay. No more goon jokes. Yeah, Yayoi is just a really good character. A certain person. How did I forget the fucking Nishiki captain? Oh boy, Shindo. Oh, you would think that Shindo, like on the surface, is just some loser, but play the game and you're gonna fucking see Shindo literally proclaim his love for Dojima's mom. Like, you know how people joke about how they're gonna smash your mom and shit? That is Shindo. That is what Shindo was actually about to do. He was actually gonna be the first one to follow up on his word. And well, after saying that, but like the thing is with Shindo is that he should just gave it up before he got his ass beat by Kiryu. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember what happened to him. Hold on. Pop off. What happened to Koji Shindo? Alright. Albert Kiryu. Kill Kiryu. Okay, Daigo kills him. Daigo kills Shindo. Isn't that fun, guys? Daigo kills Shindo. But like, yeah. If somebody actually went for your mom after saying, I'm gonna smash your mother, buddy. Don't even try me, buddy. I will actually do it. If they actually do it after that, I can understand getting mad. Like, but yeah, Shindo, fire, battle theme. The only character whose battle theme I like more in Kiwami 2 than I do in the OG, even though The Grudge is one of my favorite songs, and I sometimes even forget the Kiwami 2 Shindo theme. But K2 Shindo, it feels very Yakuza, while OG Shindo, oh, I really fucking love Shindo's character in 2, even though in general he's kind of like a nothing character in 1 where he was introduced. So yeah, besides that, yeah, there's also Daigo. I'm gonna talk about him in this game. I, for the life of me, cannot remember much of Daigo at all. Yeah, let me forget about that right now, and let me forget about Daigo. I'm gonna talk about him later when I get to later games. Because Daigo, I can't remember his character at all. So yeah, skip Daigo for now. What we won't do, however, anyways, what we will do, however, is I'm going to okay. This looks ridiculous. Anyways, I think that personally, Yakuza 2, when it comes to combat, oh boy, is it one of the greatest motherfucking games in the series? Like, once again, I said this in the last time I reviewed Yakuza 2, which was kind of a short review. I only really talked about it for a few minutes because it was a tier list video. I said the combat was absolutely remarkable. The programmers on RGG are truly talented people. Like, not only are they able to get these games out so fast, they pump out bangers each time. And these programmers building the battle systems, this shit, and I don't want to discredit the game designers. The game designers, the programmers, all these people, I respect them heavily. And I support what they be doing. Because these game designers, these character creators, these whatever the fucks, like, these people, that usually you wouldn't even recognize at all. These are people that most people, me included, don't know the name of. Like, could you tell me the name of a programmer without Googling it? You probably couldn't. Oh, okay, how are we doing on time? Oh boy, that's a lot of fucking time that I'm not yapping about. I gotta rush. I don't actually. This is just a yap session. So if you actually decided that you wanted to see me make a blender time lapse of me making the thumbnail, if you genuinely wanted to see that, props to you, buddy. I think I'm gonna get rid of Ryuji, actually. Anyways, yeah. Let me talk a bit about Kaoru Sayama. Whew. Now, there's plenty of debate on, like, I've seen plenty of differing opinions on Sayama. Like, some people say that she's a shit character and she deserved what she got. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen anyone say that she deserved what she got. But I have seen people say that Sayama was just a bad character, or she's lame, or she's just not it. And I heavily disagree. Because Sayama's my goat, man. I love her. Like, as a character, she's just awesome in general. Like, is there many other Yakuza characters that you can just look at and just immediately notice? Have, like, just awesome ass fucking aura. Like, that's Kaoru. Like, I really enjoy. I really enjoy him, her, not him. Whew, I really enjoy Sayama as a character because one, she's a refreshing break from Yumi, because Yumi was supposed to be Sayama's love interest, and like, bro, no, buddy. When was it ever established? Like, yeah, of course it was established Yakuza 1, but when was it ever shown that these two have a connection? Why should we care about? Why should we as the audience care about? Well, Yumi, because what has she done? What has she done for the series? What has she done for Kazuma Kiryu? What has she done to warrant being the boyfriend, or even or even wife of the girlfriend, or even wife of Kazuma Kiryu? She doesn't deserve Kiryu. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm going to be 100%. Yumi is such a bad match for Kiryu that I think, even as horrible, as disgusting as I think this is gonna sound, even Nishiki would be a better fucking partner for Kiryu than Yumi. And that's extreme, because saying that made me fucking ick. Like, it made me feel icky. That's how much. That's how little of a connection that these characters have. Like, to the point where I had to say something that made me feel so ick. Made me feel so gross to say. But it's true at the end of the day. What chemistry has been shown with Kiryu and Yumi? Huh? Name one scene where Kiryu has ever shown to have love that was justified for Yumi, and didn't just love Yumi because Yokoyama said so. Hase Seishu said they have to be lovers. Nope. There was no actual romance between these characters, and there was no chemistry. They didn't. Yumi was a nothing character, and seeing Kaoru, it just makes everything. It just makes me feel better for Kiryu. It just makes me feel that Kiryu could have had the best life with Sayama. I know for a fact that Kiryu definitely loved Sayama, and Sayama definitely loved Kiryu. There is no doubt about that in my mind. I know that these characters are, well, they know each other, and they love each other. They were going to date. They were going to be married, probably. They were going to probably have biological children. Okay, biological children. It's ridiculous that I even have to say that. Anyways, yeah, they were going to have kids together. This would be the ideal Yakuza 3. The aftermath. Sayama has a kid with Kiryu, and bam, Haruka has a new friend to have fun with, play with, be kids with, you know. Kids will be kids, you know what I'm saying? But nah. And this is how I'm gonna be segueing into Yakuza 3. Nah, Sayama just leaves. Marries a white dude. I don't even know his name. And I don't think anyone does, by the way. And all she does in Infinite Wealth is all she does in Yakuza 3 is tell you that she's going to leave. She's gonna leave Kamurocho. She's gonna leave Japan to be in the police. And yeah, I know that they reunite after a few years. Of course, yeah, whatever. But Kiryu, I don't get why they just wrote her out of the story like that. Like, even Date comments on it. Like, it's such a dumb thing to just get rid of Sayama. Like, that was Kiryu's love interest. Anyways, let me actually talk about Yakuza 3 in general. This game, gameplay is good. Story, I don't hate it. The graphics, I'm gonna say Yakuza 3, in my opinion, is a step down from Kenzan. And I don't even know I didn't talk about the graphics before this, but honestly, Kenzan just has more interesting scenes. But that's attributed to Kenzan being based not in modern day Japan, but in 1600s Japan, and that doesn't have anything to do with it, but at the same time it kind of does, because, well, I'm the one viewing, and who cares? It's a PS3 game from 2009. It's not like graphics was my first thought of what to say. I literally am making everything. I'm literally just saying shit right now. I haven't planned anything I've said. I just talked as of now. And it's gonna stay that way. I'm just gonna keep yapping, and yapping. But anyways, what would this look like in standard mode? Yeah, so Yakuza 3, when it comes to its story, I mess with it. The first 4 chapters? Oh. Okay. I don't like this. Anyways, the first 4 chapters. You know what? Eesh, jump scared. Tragics. Right, sorry about my yapping, but I'm just talking to myself because I'm trying to figure out how this render could look better to calculate decisions, because, well, I'm making a render for the people at the end of the day. Anyways, yeah, Yakuza 3. That's what I was talking about. Yakuza 3's gameplay. I only saw it as an evolution. A better version of Yakuza 2. I mean, it's not better, actually, because it's slower by like 3%. And it's not rapid pace like it's not ultra fast. So that could be a problem for some people, but to me it doesn't really affect my perception of the game, to be honest. Like I enjoyed the game. Okay, let me go for the evening aesthetic. Anyways, sorry if my yapping actually annoys you. I'm just, like... I'm just trying to make a good render for this video. Anyways, yeah, back to Yakuza 3. When it comes to that game specifically, really think that Yakuza 3 could have been like 10 times better if they had more of the orphanage stuff. And I did not really or if they had a sub-story that did more orphanage stuff. Like, yeah, there was a ton of people that I used to know who were, like, talking about how they wanted less of the orphanage. And, like, yeah, I get it. You want to get into the action and shit. But, like, seeing the reason why Kiryu cares for these kids so much, just heartwarming. And these cutscenes don't help that. They don't help the fact that these are just heartwarming scenes. And I love that about Yakuza 3's cutscenes. These specific cutscenes from Yakuza 3. I just love that the game, like, it feels like they deliberately crafted Yakuza 3 to appeal to the fans who have been playing and wanted to see Kiryu just have a happy ending for once after so much time, so much suffering that he had to gone through. Like, it's just nice seeing Kiryu be happy, you know? And then after, they just completely abandon it. And then the story just goes rapid fire. They introduce Mine, they introduce Hamazaki, who isn't really relevant in this game. He just kind of intimidates some people. We don't fight him. Not in the main story. We don't fight him until Yakuza 4. So, yeah. Oh, gotta pee again. Anyways. Yeah. I think... yeah, there's not much I can really say about 3. And I really need to get this video done. So... I'm gonna rapid fire through my opinions of the rest of the games. I'm gonna mention characters that I don't really care about. Okay, I mentioned characters I like or dislike, and characters that were like kind of irrelevant until the next game or the game after, or they just died and didn't really do much besides exist. Anyways, there's quite a few of those characters. Anyways, as I was talking about before, Hamazaki. What does Hamazaki do, genuinely? I want to know. I want to know what Hamazaki does. Besides exist in Yakuza 3. Like, yeah, of course, he has his own family. But what does that family do? Like, yeah, you could make the argument that, like... you could make the argument that he has his own family, and that automatically, like, makes him interesting or whatever, but, like, does it really? Oh, boy. That fucking thumb. Anyways. Yeah. I don't really see... I can't see something like that ever being... like... okay, there's no good way for me to explain this. Yeah, Hamazaki just existed, and I don't like his existence in Yakuza 1, 3. I'm forgetting the names of the games that I'm talking about. Yeah, I need to really just stop yapping, because I'm literally talking over myself. Just talking about shit I'm not even sure about. Let me get back to what I wanted to talk about. Hamazaki and what he did. Nothing. That's what he did. There we go. Finally said it. He did nothing, and he's a nothing character that only exists because, I don't know. He's just irrelevant. You don't fight him. What is the point of his existence? You could not tell me. I swear you couldn't tell me. And if you could, I salute you. Because how? What even warrants this? Like, I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, Hamazaki, he exists. Mine, you're Mine. I've met people who, I don't think I've ever met anyone who hates Mine. Mine is the GOAT. And I want to hear any other opinions. Because, honestly, I don't think I've met a person who disagrees. Mine is the GOAT. And there's not anyone who's disproving that, so I'm going to say that Mine is the best character in all of Yakuza 3. Including Kiryu, including Rikia, including Joji, including Richardson, including every character that I just mentioned, plus Kanda. I don't hate Kanda, even though, like, he's literally a fucking... Okay. Now, my opinion on Kanda is very odd. Like, I don't hate him. I love him. But the thing is with liking Kanda is that he's literally a rapist. So I don't feel comfortable liking Kanda. Even though I like him, it's weird to say that I like him. Because, well, you like a rapist. That's odd. Look, I don't support that. Obviously, I do not support rapists. I don't support rape. I don't support that. But, like, as a character, Kanda's just a really fucking big-ass goofball. And, like, yeah. I don't think anyone genuinely hates him. Plus the heat action. Not the heat action, in normal people words, the quick time event. The quick time event that happens in his fight. Nah, he's goated for that. He's goated for having a good ass fucking quick time event. And besides that, what else can I say? I've already mentioned Mine. Oh yeah, Kashiwagi dies in this game. Joji Kazama is Shintaro Kazama's twin brother, and also I forgot to mention Yakuza 1. Shintaro dies in that game. Yeah, moving on to Yakuza 4. Akiyama's the GOAT. Tanemura's the GOAT. Now Saejima. I don't know what to think about Saejima. I don't hate him, but it's not like he's ever going to be my favorite character. Ever. I don't hate Saejima, but he's not in any of my top 10. He's not even my top 5, I'm gonna be completely honest. Top 5 isn't even in the cards for him. So yeah, Saejima. He's okay. He's okay. I don't hate him. I don't have too strong of an opinion of him. Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer. But okay. Now let me get back to what I was gonna talk about. Saejima. So let me try to remember. I don't hate him, but is he my favorite character? No, I don't really have a very strong opinion on him. I'm not the biggest fan of Saejima, is what I'm trying to say. Akiyama Tanimura, I love him. Kiryu, he's as cool as ever. But Saejima, I mean, yeah, he's cool. He's strong. Like, yeah, I could say that. But that's kind of it when it comes to Saejima, because I don't have much else to say. I don't have strong feelings towards Saejima, so I don't have the most credible opinion according to some people. Regardless, I think personally that if it ain't harming, if it, like, Saejima, he's not like a bad person or anything like that. He's just Saejima. And that's kind of it when it comes to him. Now let me mention other characters. There was a Rai. I like his design, but he didn't really do much. I mean, yeah, it was a final boss. I don't remember him doing much. It's been a while since I played 4 as well. There was Monokata, I don't like you. There was Sugiuchi, I love Sugiuchi. It was so awesome. Even though, like, Sugiuchi, like, okay, so Sugiuchi is an interesting character. Alright, this finally loaded. But the lag is ridiculous. Anyways, Sugiuchi, he's chill. I like him. I fuck with him. And I don't think anyone dislikes him. Never met someone who does dislike him. So, who knows? Maybe he's a good guy. Sugiuchi, in my personal opinion, goated character. I just remember him being awesome. Yasuko. Now, Yasuko, she's a weird case, because there was so much hate towards her in the fandom, and, like, at the end of the day, she's kind of just boring. She doesn't do anything really interesting besides kill people. Yeah, killing is interesting, but do I find her cool for killing people? No. I mean, yes, Taiga did the same thing, but, like, the difference with Saejima and Yasuko is that, well, Saejima, at the very least, he looked cool doing it. Yasuko was just hooking up with guys and killing them for what felt like no reason. And I don't remember why she was killing people. I think it was for her brother or whatever. That just sounded dumb. This won't be permanent for sure. But yeah, I don't remember why. I just remember it was ridiculous and stupid that yeah. Holy shit. What the hell is going on here? I'm not gonna question this. I don't know why they're green, but I don't like it. Yeah, anyways, yeah. Yasuko, she kills people. I don't know why. Moving on, Yakuza 5. I don't like this game. Its gameplay is great, but its story, which makes up, well, the majority of the title, I don't like the story. It's not very interesting to me, I'm going to be honest. And as much as I enjoy this game, it's not my... Like, yeah, like... I sound really dumb right now, don't I? But as much as I dislike this game for being... Well... Okay, fuck cycles, even though it's getting rid of the Kiwami green. I don't care. Get rid of it. Go away. Back to this. I think I'm just gonna use point light. Forgot, never mind. 2000. Anyways, Yakuza 5. Yeah, a lot of people like this game a lot. But I don't see it, to be honest. Like, yeah. Good ass fucking gameplay. But Yakuza 5? It's just overall just not really like its story. I don't like its story in the slightest. Like, yeah, I think Kiryu's part is okay story-wise. And I don't have too strong feelings about Kiryu's part. And when it comes to, When it comes to Kiryu's, part in, how do I say this? When it comes to Kiryu's part in, 5... Oh, that took me so long to say. I'm so fucking dumb. When it came to Kiryu's part in 5, I didn't have too bad of a feeling about it. It was just... I also didn't really like Kiryu's part in 5. It just felt kinda Just like most things in 5, I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't really like 5 all too much. As I said already, but I just have to say it multiple times so I can get the point across. It must be said. Even though it doesn't have to be said every 2 seconds. And I think you guys get the point already. I'm trying to make. Guys, I don't like Yakuza 5 because Yakuza 5 is gay or whatever. I don't know. Yakuza 5. I'm just not a huge fan of its story. That's my only issue with 5. Because its gameplay is phenomenal. Absolutely just stellar gameplay. It's the absolute opposite scenario that Yakuza, what's its name? Fuck. How did I forget Yakuza's? What's its name, guys? It's opposite of Ishin and Zero, where like I love its gameplay. I love its story, but I don't like its gameplay. It's the opposite of Yakuza 1 as well. But the thing is with that, is that at the same time, I think that there is good parts about the story, like Shinada. He's goated. Just as a character in general, his part is also goated. Shinada, I love it. I love his character, like whole arc. Like, I love how he's only associated with the team because, like, he was he went to the same school as Daigo, and he's just ultimately a nice guy. He's the type of person that I like. Now, when it comes to Yakuza, when it comes to the other characters like Kiryu, Watase, Daigo, Morinaga, Aizawa, all these Yakuza characters, all the characters that are in the Yakuza, I don't really have a strong opinion on. Aizawa, cool ass final boss. I didn't even realize it was Aizawa until the fucking title card showed up. That is the dumbest thing I've ever done, to be honest. I don't know how it took me so long to realize who that was. But anyways, who cares? We're back to talking about characters that weren't unnecessary bosses in a game that didn't need them. Let's talk about... Who should I talk about? I know. I should talk about Haruka, because Haruka... I don't really hate her. I never hated her. Haruka, she was always a character that I had a soft spot for. I never hated her, not once, and I still don't hate her, not even in Yakuza 5. Now, do I particularly enjoy her part? Yes, I do. Because her part, I would like to say that I don't really enjoy it, but I would be lying if I said it was bad. Like, Yakuza 5's Haruka part, I love the rhythm game. I love the rhythm game aspect. It was nice. It was cool. It was a nice change of pace from what we're usually doing. Like, usually we were talking about okay, how does this work? That's why it's even YK. So usually, like, Yakuza 5 Haruka part, a lot of people seemingly hate it for some reason, and I don't get that. And, like, yeah, you can dislike whatever you want to dislike. Yeah, you can like whatever you want to like, dislike what you want to dislike, etc. It's just that I kind of don't get the hate towards Haruka, because at the end of the day, she just kind of did what she had to, I guess? I don't know, man. Oh, wait. So, yeah. I'm back to, Yakuza 5. Fuck, I'm losing track because of this stupid ass blender render that I'm just adding too much. Just to. Anyways, let me get this done really quickly because, yeah, Yakuza 6. This was a contender for one of my favorite games in the series. Yeah. And I forgot to mention Kurohyou too. That game, my opinion hasn't changed since the video that I played, the tier list video. And Yakuza 6, once again, I don't dislike it. It's a good game. And there's going to be a lot of people who don't agree with that. And I will understand. But, like, I don't agree. Okay, but now that that's out of the way, there's just one less. There's just not much more that I really have to say. There's Yakuza 7, great game that I'm replaying currently. Gaiden, best game in the series. Infinite Wealth. Okay, let me just gush about Gaiden for a second. The combat, brilliant. It's just peak. Combat's peak. His characters are peak. I love Akame. She's awesome. I also love Shishido. He's like Ryuji Part 2. Just overall good villain. There was also Tsuruno. He was great. And Nishitani 3, I didn't like him. He just felt weird. I know that he like sexually abused Shishido, and I that's another reason why I don't like him, but that's not the main reason. He just kind of creeps me out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm scared of him. He just feels weird looking at him. And yeah, first game I did Sub-Stories and Akame Network. I love that. I didn't finish the Gold Ball sub-story, but that was the man was literally named Shen, and he was looking for 7 golden balls. I think you guys all know where this is going. And then one final thing I will say, I'm going to talk about what I think of Infinite Wealth so far. I didn't talk about 7 because I'm trying to get this done ultra fast. I love Ichiban. He's a really good character, especially in 8. Kiryu, once again, he's cool, but he has cancer. Chitose, I like her. I mean, she's hot. I mean, she's cool. She's cool. Tomizawa, also another cool one. He's like a Namba type. I didn't mention 7 characters. Namba's cool. Dachi's cool. Psycho is a lot cooler in 7 than she is in 8. Songkui, I haven't seen her in 8 yet, but the clips I have seen of her in 8 and what I've seen of her in 7, I think I like her 7 iteration better. But honestly, in 8, I think I'm gonna like Songkui when I get her in my party. And Jungi Han, I didn't talk about him in oh boy, would you look at that? We're done. Alright, from here on out, I'm gonna segment into a different section. How about I re-render that? No. Okay, so we're not switching recordings Instead, I'm just gonna correct what I have. 0.01. There. This should be less. How about 0.05? I want it to be visible, but not too noticeable. Yeah, this is okay. Anyways, yeah. He was Zhao. I loved him at 7. And there's other characters like Sawashiro, good character. Masumi and Masato, they're both dead, so but I love them as characters. Tendo, he's not in Infinite Wolf, obviously, because he's just a boss character like Aizawa, but he's awesome. Ishioda, awesome. Kume, fuck him. What's another character? Roman Reynolds from 8. he gets killed very early, like before you fight Dwight, but even then he's still cool. He's still cool. I'll fuck with him heavy. Dwight. Speaking of Dwight, he's cool. I don't know if you see him after chapter 4 or 5 or whatever chapter it was. I don't remember. I don't remember if you see him after his first fight. I don't know if you see him after his first fight. I just know he's just awesome. Ebina, I don't like him. I don't know much about him. I just don't think I'm gonna like him. And I feel like this is gonna be somewhat like Iwami to me. Like, Iwami, I knew I wasn't gonna like him, but at the start, but I feel like his final boss is gonna kind of redeem him for me. Plus, I heard that he, like, info dumps his entire thing, like, reasons for doing what he's doing or whatever. And I kind of want to see that play out. So, yeah, don't tell me what his motives are. I just know he just yaps about them, just like I'm doing about yapping about Ebina. And finally, let me talk about one character from Infinite Wealth. Who can I talk? I have barely seen Bryce. I know he's Ichiban's final boss. And, yeah. There's not much else I can really say while I make this render. So, yeah. My Yap session is done. If you watched until the end of this video, that was just me making a render in Blender, thank you. And, see you next time. If I make another video. So, I will be back. Probably making another render later. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.